Right. So now we have gone into the formatting. We have seen how our CV should look like and all of that. Yes. But this wouldn't be a good CV video if I don't leave you with some do's and then some don'ts right here. So I ask you to do projects and then document your projects. You see, yes. Now, if you have not been following the series very well, you have no experience, fine. But if you have no projects either, now that's an L because you have to build projects, even small ones, and then they can help you to boost your resume with the tech that you used and then what the application you built does, right? Yes. Now, number two is to use action verbs. Now, you'll be realized and surprised at what the extent some people will go to just to get in, without the skill or actually anything. And then people reviewing their CVs, they're coming from a place of distrust, really. You understand? Yeah. So you have to use action words. What shows that you actually built it? You have to communicate in a way that owns it. Like you built it, so you built real time. Don't say you worked on. That's too passive. So you built. Yes, you say something like I worked on. Sounds like you were just watching someone else do it. Number three is to keep it on one page. Yes. Now for this, you're not Steve Jobs, you're not Mark Zuckerberg, you're not even a mid-level. I think it's okay for mid-level engineers to even have more than. I mean, you've done a lot. At that point, by today's industry standards, yes. So keep it on one page. You're not Mark Zuckerberg. You have to keep it clean and focused, one and done. Now, I think I've already said this. Number four is to tailor your resume. You understand? Now, I want you to tailor your resume to job specifics. Don't just, you see, don't be lazy about the whole CV thing. Like, not every CV fits for every job that I want to apply to. So, I want you to actually go in and then tailor your CVs to specific jobs. And then also, even that beforehand, you can have a front end CV, a back end CV, full stack, like I said already, depending on your skill set as an engineer, right? Yes, now number five is I want you to use a simple format, right? Because, like I said, as we were doing the technical part of things, as we were building the CV just now, I chose the classic. And, well, actually, both will be fine. Those are, but you see people with CVs with a lot of colors and the whole design. Unless it's a designing role, I need you to stick to the standard format, simple format. Because you have things like ATS and then all of that. Like stick to accepted formats of your industry. You understand? Yes, and then you should be fine. Now I need you to connect. So you have to link to your GitHub and your LinkedIn. You have to link to your GitHub and your LinkedIn. But make sure you have, yes, and make sure that this LinkedIn and this GitHub is reflecting very good on you. Now I'm going to dive into this aspect of things too very soon. I'm going to dive into that. Our LinkedIn profiles and our GitHub profiles. Yes, we are going to take care of that too, but you have to link to your GitHub. I mean, today, if you write a CV without your GitHub on it, it really isn't ideal. You understand? So now those are some good things you should do. Now here is what you shouldn't do. Number one is not to lie. Don't lie. So don't say you are fluent in Node.js when you have only watched one YouTube tutorial. Even just watch. You didn't build a tutorial project. You just watched. Don't do that. Don't lie because usually in the interview process, like when you move forward, or even let's say you lie and then you've gotten the job. Now what? You see now what? So I mean, lying is not a good way to get you anything. Yes. Now number two, don't include irrelevant information. Now no one cares that you love anime, you love Naruto, or you worked at McDonald's. You're applying for software engineering. You're talking about you worked at McDonald's, you did this, you did blah, you did blah. Come on. There's really a disconnect in that accord, if you know what I'm saying. And number three, don't list only tutorial projects. You understand? Yes, that's very bad. And trust me, they will see. I mean, look at the views on the tutorials you are watching. You see, and I know people have no follow through. Fine, some people don't watch and build, but just think about it. Even just if just 10% out of that 12,000, that's 500K builds this, and then they also go and then they try to keep it on their CV. Yes, don't list. It's fine to list it, but not only that. You see, when you have things like YouTube clone, this clone, those are actually even large, so impressive. It can be there. It's a very large project. It can be there. But your CV shouldn't be screaming only tutorial, 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 tutorial. No. You understand? Yes. Now, if you're finding any of this particularly useful, I'll suggest that you like and then you subscribe to the channel. As you can see, this is a very small channel. It's going to help the channel itself and then the algorithm to recommend our channel more to you. Let's get back to our video. And number four is don't be vague. Yes. Try to be really specific as much as possible because that's what is going to prove that you actually failed the thing. Yes. And now don't spam the buzzwords. Yes, you have to beat 8 years, but don't spam buzzwords, you understand? Because think about it. If you buzz buzzwords, if you spam these buzzwords like that, right? You have become just like those job postings, you understand? Who want a front end expert, a back end expert, a cloud engineer, a DevOps person, Q&A tester. I become like those people who want all of that in one. Now you need to be really realistic in whatever you are listing out so that you don't seem like, I mean, they are going to catch your bluff. You understand? They'll know that you're bluffing. They'll know when you're bluffing. You know, yes, me, you might have some abstract knowledge about the thing, but do you really know it? Yes, that's the thing. They will catch your bluff. If you take all the steps that we went through in our previous video, are going to realize that experience isn't just about your job. You understand? It's not just about some corporate job. You see, freelancing jobs, freelancing projects, sorry, a freelancing projects, community projects, all of those count as experience. So never sit somewhere and be like, you don't have experience, so you can't do something. Don't do that. Now, again, I want you to have a portfolio site. You see, in 2025, you should have a portfolio site. Now, it doesn't need to be fancy, it just has to link to your projects in your GitHub and a way to contact you. Like, doesn't have to be really fancy, like, that's just the bare minimum. Now, we are also going to talk about this in detail because there's a way to do it wrong and then there's a way to do it right. And now, as you can see from the premise of this video itself, I want you to use resume builders as much as possible whenever you can. So, resume builders, you can even use Canva, Flow CV, reactive resume, and blah blah. But since we are developers, and HackerRank is really a development platform, as you saw, like software development platform. Using their builder works best. I mean, it works best for me. Usually have to send out tons of resumes to get covered, but I send mine like maybe 3 times, 5 times, and then I'll be getting feedback. Like it's a good resume builder. I would like that we stick to it. And now, lastly, and very important, I think is the most important part of the whole thing today. Let your developer friend review your CV for you. See, someone who has gone more ahead than you have to send them your CV. See, even I have people that I take my CVs to, like, oh, review this for me. You understand? And they are going to point out stuff you even never knew about. So the bulletin thing like this, a friend told me, yes, a good friend told me that, oh, the way you have written up the whole thing in paragraphs is not very good. You have to lead the person reading the CV that, oh, go here and then look at this. This is what I want you to see. This is the summary of everything I have. Because they are also going to summarize. And I don't think they would like to be reading in between the lines like that. And I also found out, yes, at first it didn't feel right. It was like, I mean, I want to talk about my project and you're telling me to pull it and blah, 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 blah. Yes, after I implemented that, I saw an uprise and blah, blah. Yeah, so it's a good thing to, yeah. Now, even if after all this and you still feel like you're stuck, I want you to drop your resume now in my email, and then I'm going to do a review in my email, please, guys. Don't come to my DMs. It's just my email. I check it regularly, so yes, I'll see it. and then I'm going to help you to update it and then get it to that level like that. Yes. Now the grind is real, but you don't have to do it alone. So go ahead, like, sub, and then go build something cool.